Hello everybody and welcome to our EYFS Maths Challenge video for Monday the 18th of May. For this session you are going to need something to write on or in, something to write with, and some counting objects. Let's warm up our brains for maths with some number work. What number do you think is hiding underneath the green rectangle? How do you know? Well done if you said it was number 44. 44 is 1 more than 43 and 1 less than 45. You might have said that 44 is 10 more than 34 or 10 less than 54. How about this green rectangle? Can you work out what number is underneath it? Well done if you said it was number 57. 57 is 10 more than 47 and 10 less than 67. 57 is 1 more than 56 and 1 less than 58. We have less information now, but I think you could still work out what number is underneath the green rectangle. Well done if you said it was number 72. 72 is 10 more than 62 and 10 less than 82. This time we have a lot less information on our 100 grid, but we can still use the numbers that we do have to work out what is underneath the green rectangle. Well done if you said it was number 66. 66 is 10 more than 56, 10 less than 76. It is 1 more than 65 and 1 less than 67. Well done if you were able to explain how you knew that it was 66. This time we have 4 coloured rectangles. Can you find out what number is underneath all of them? How do you know? This time we only have one piece of information on our 100 grid. What number can you see here? Well done if you said we can already see number 66. What's underneath the green rectangle? Well done if you said it was 65. 65 is 1 less than 66. Now we can continue counting 65, 66, and so underneath the blue rectangle there must be 67. How about the yellow rectangle? What number do you think is underneath it? Well done if you said it was 56. 56 is 10 less than 66. We could count on from 56 to help us find what's underneath the red rectangle. We'd count on in tens would be quicker than counting on in ones, so let's see if we can do that. 56, 66, 76. Well done if you knew that it was 76. We're going to be thinking about a few different ways of representing numbers today. This is a 10 frame, and your child is familiar with them because we did used to use them in class. What number do you think this 10 frame represents? At first, you might need to count all of the circles to find the number. Well done if you said it was number 6. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 circles. You might have said that you knew the top row had 5 circles, so you could do 5 add 1 to find 6. Adults, we're going to be thinking more about some of those counting principles that we introduced at the beginning of lockdown. We thought about the rule of cardinality and finding the final answer, the final number that we counted to, our total, as being the answer. And we also thought about ordinality, counting along through the numbers in our number system. Today, we're also really thinking about substitutizing. So we're thinking about a child being able to look at a collection of objects, a picture, or a group of numbers, and without having to count individually, being able to work out what the answer is. That's going to help us when we're using our 10 frames. Have a look at this 10 frame. Do you know what the number is without having to count the circles? If you did, how do you know? Well done if you said the number was 8. You might have said that you knew it was 8 because the 10 frame can hold 10 circles and there are 2 missing. There are 2 spaces, which means 8 of the spaces must be full. Or you might have said that the top row has 5 circles and the bottom row has 3 circles, and you know that 5 add 3 is 8. Or maybe, just by looking at it already, you're substitutizing and you knew that it was 8. Well done if you did. If the 10 frame is full, how many circles are there going to be? That's right, there are 10. And that's going to help us when we look at the next challenge. Here we have two 10 frames. How many circles do we have altogether? Take your time and think carefully about the information that we have here. What do you think the answer is? Well done if you said there were 14 circles. But how did you know that? You might have counted all of the circles, but that would take me quite a long time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It would help me find the answer, but it's not the most efficient way to do it. You might have counted on from 10, because we know that when a 10 frame is full, there are 10 circles or 10 objects in it. If I was counting on from 10, I could say 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. You might have already been able to look at the second 10 frame and see that there were 4. You were substituting without needing to count all of them. We've got a number sentence here now to help us find the answer 14. What would the number sentence be? You might want to pause the video and try to write it down. Well done if you said that the number sentence could say 10 add 4 equals 14. There are 14 circles altogether. Can you use the ideas that we were just thinking about to tell me how many circles there are here now? Remember, you don't need to count all of them because the 10 frames help you, and the way that they're laid out gives you some more information about the number of circles you have. Adults, you might want to pause the video and allow your child time to think and talk about this, and maybe to write down a number sentence. Well done if you thought there were 17 circles. There were 10 in the first 10 frame because the 10 frame was full, and there were 7 in the second 10 frame. What did your number sentence say? Well done if you wrote 10 add 7 equals 17. Now we have another way of recording numbers that we have looked at school, but we haven't thought about so much at home. This is a number line, and at the moment it's empty. On this number line, I would like to record the numbers 1 to 10. So at the beginning, I'm going to write the number 1. What number would come next? Yes, that's right, it's 2. And then maybe as I write these numbers, you can count with me. So I started from 1, and then I had 2. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This number line shows the numbers from 1 to 10. But a number line can be used to record any number sequence that we'd like. Here is a number line, but it's only partly completed. What number should be in that missing gap? Well done if you said 7. We know that 7 is 1 more than 6 and 1 less than 8. And so on this number, where we're showing whole numbers between 1 and 10, it would come between 6 and 8. This number line has a bit more information missing. What number is the green arrow pointing to? You might want to pause this video and see if you can work it out. What number did you say? Let's see if you're right. We're going to do that by counting on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the green arrow is pointing to the number 5. How about this time? This number line shows the numbers between 11 and 20, but quite a few of them are missing. Can you help me fill them in? And can you help me find what number the green arrow is pointing to? Adults, you might want to pause this video and draw a number line like this for your child and ask them to complete it. At school, we might refer to this as an empty number line or a partially empty number line. Let's see how you did. I'm going to count on from the very beginning of the number line and then fill in the numbers as I go. So I had 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. I've completed my number line and I found the number that the green arrow is pointing to. Well done if you found it was the number 18. Finally, we're going to end by doing some problem solving. Our problems this week are going to be quite challenging, so you definitely will need to pause the video to think about them, and adults, you might want to support your child a little bit more as we encourage them to get greater depth in maths at the moment. This challenge says, use these cards to make calculations with their answers. And you need to make, so you could use post-it notes or pieces of paper, the numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, and then the addition, subtraction, and equals symbols. They've given you an example. They made a calculation that says 2 add 6 equals 8. And so they only used the numbers that were available in the number cards above. In each calculation, you must only use a card once, but of course you can reuse them in your next calculation if you want to. Can you find a way to use all the cards in one calculation? Can you find all the possible ways to use the cards? Have a go at this by pausing the video and writing some of your ideas out, and then when you're ready, press play and we'll see how we feel about our learning today. How do you feel about your learning? Thumbs up if you're feeling confident, thumbs in the middle if it's quite tricky but you know what you need to do to improve, and a thumbs down if you're finding this tricky today. Remember adults, these are optional maths challenge videos, and so don't worry if your child finds some of it difficult. They might want to drop in and out and use parts of it, or they might not want to use any of it at all. Take care, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon.